Good evening, everybody. Hope you're well. Welcome to this sort of unplanned stream. The main stream is normally on a Sunday, where this week I'll be looking at the Apple Mac 68K from the 90s games, but I thought I would do a special tonight and look at the ZXspectrum emulator for the Spectrum Next. Now I know there's been a lot of stuff going off in the community around the Kickstarter 3, the KS3 they've done for the latest Spectrum Next machine. So for those of you who don't know what it is, unless you've been hiding under a rock, it is basically an FPGA, which is like an FPGA is like it's as close as you can get really to the original, because it uses a chip that has the machine stuff input into it, I believe. I'm very lacking of knowledge of this. Yeah, and so basically they've done a Spectrum, but it's a bit it's got other things as well, so like it can go at faster speeds, and they've also going to add other cores into it, because it's like a core that you load into it to make it act like that machine. So I believe they're doing a Sinclair QL, and I'm not sure if they're doing an Amstrad one as well. But yeah, so, but luckily they've also released an emulator that you can use to try some of the Spectrum Next games called ZXspect. I believe there's some other ones as well, but this is the one that everybody seems to use. It is a bit of a pain to set up, to be honest. As the Atari links. I'm not sure actually. I think it does have. Wait there 1 second. Let's have a look, shall we? Right. So, sound is a traditional beeper and the general instrument AY blah, 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 programmable sound, each with 3 channels for a total of 9 channels. So I don't know if it's updated from the original or not. But as we all know, the original Spectrum had the same sound chip or same chip family as the Atari ST, as we all know. It's got like various things. The good thing I like about it as well is the fact that you can play obviously Spectrum games on it, but you can increase the speed. So with games like Hard Driving, it makes it more playable, which is really good. It does take away from the authenticity, but it also makes you see what it looked like if you were playing it on a faster machine. So let's start. So, ZXspect can be a bit of a pain setup, or it was. Hopefully it's working okay now. So it uses its own OS called Next ZXOS. It says it's an evolution of the system software present on the Sinclair ZXspectrum 48K, 128K and +2 and +3 computers. So there's many new features to take advantage of the capabilities of the Spectrum Next. The next few screens describe some of the available features. So this basically just goes on to tell you about what things it can do and all things like that. So we'll not really look at that. You can look at the website if you want to find that out. You can actually, I think you can actually connect the original peripherals to it as well. So we'll just go into next. So you can either load up like the original settings to like, you know, like load up the tape loader or whatever it is, or you can just select the program you want. So we'll just select the program. So we'll start off by looking at some of the actual Next games, because they're massive amount. So these are some games that have been created specifically for the Spectrum Next. So what's this one? This is called Alien Neoplasma. This is a demo, I believe. Can you hear the sound okay on this? This is obviously the take on Aliens 3, something like the game that was on the Amiga, I believe, and others. So it's like the next iteration, if you like, of what the Spectrum would have been, or would if it continued, which obviously it didn't. But Rise and shine, Lieutenant Smith. And he turned into the cabin. Not enough yellow. Can't go that way. It is colourful. It's almost akin to the sort of... I don't know, is it like the Amiga level graphics, do you think? Or is it an in-betweener? Game Boy Advance, yeah. It actually, it was set. It made something like somewhat ridiculous. Oh, look, sorry, I think somewhat ridiculous, like £2 million people backing it. Maybe even more. I think it was probably more, 2.5 million. I know they reached all the stretch targets. And like I say, this is the third. There's already been 2 other iterations of it. What have been achieved. I know. I think Jim were going to buy one. Not him, Jim, but I don't think he got one in the end. I need to jump over this. Is that jump? That's jump. Whoa. Quite a good little game this is, I like it. They're gone. Right, we're loaded. Oh, that's a hand grenade. Get off! I think it did, yeah. I like the fact that because it's almost, I don't know, because people are writing games for it and stuff, it's got a bit of a community, which is good, which I like. Ooh, that's a red door, I can't go through that one. I've just been to this one. I think that might be the end of the demo. Oh, did I come this way? No. Oh, that's it. So, glad they kept the 4.3 ratio. Yeah, that's what. To be honest, I think it's not bad. This is the other thing I like about it, what I was saying about. So, actually, let's have a look while we're here. What the 128. So this is off the. This will be the original 128K version of it. So you can sort of see the difference. So you've got loads of different modes. Let me get the joystick setting. So. So it takes a bit of getting used to. So this is the version if it was on the actual Spectrum 128K. So as you can see, there's quite a bit of difference. So you'd be able to play this on that then. Oh. Yeah, it's still a good game. It is a good game. I like the game. The good thing about the FPGA type machines is the fact that you can actually, it's not an emulator, it's the actual machine. I don't know exactly how it works. It's called something Gatorade, I think, or I'm not really au fait on this type of stuff, but you can buy them just to put different cores on. You can download the cores, and it'll emulate everything, even old arcade machines. Well, not emulate, but turn them into the old arcade machines. It uses the same stuff. Good evening, Xander. Hope you had a good day at the skate park. How do I get... Oh. That's like... Oh. How do I fire? Oh, that's fire. Hi. Oh, I'm dead. I thought he might have been up at Fairground, up at Hillstown Fair. If this had come out back in the day, I think this would have been good. This would have been a right good game. I'm dead. So anyway, that's whatever that game was called. Neoplasma. I forgot what it was called now. Is it Alien Neoplasma? Yeah, that's what Katie said, to be honest. The other thing I like about this, and I'll just quickly show you what I mean, is right. So, say if we wanted to load our driving up. Love how it gives you the option to drive on the left and the right. I've said that before. So this is how it would have been on the Spectrum. So you can see it's quite judgery, but you can change the speed. So now I've turned it to 7 megahertz, which has doubled the speed of the original Spectrum, and it's almost more playable. I know it's not authentic. I'm not going down that route, but it's almost like the original, but in blue. I'm not very good at steering on this. I always oversteer. Ah. Ah. Oh dear. Flying through the air. Obviously you can increase it even faster if you wanted to. You can have it at 14 megahertz, but that's just impossible to control then. Game over. Or you can have it at 28 if you want. Stupidly speed, but that's the original anyway. It's still a good game even on the original one, but I love messing about. It gives you that ability to mess about with it and just try different things, especially for the 3D games like the Freescape games like Castle Master and stuff. Each Benny Hill music, yeah. Still amazing that game is. So let's have a look at some more next games. Oh, I think it also emulates the ZX81 as well. But I couldn't get these to work. I don't know if it's just me doing it wrong or what. It seems to crash out. I think it might be me not setting something up right. Unless I have to. One second. Blow into the tapes. I'm just going to have a look to see. Got the command line options. Is there a ZX81 enable? No, there's a 128K mode enable. One we can try it, see if it works. Because that's the thing about setting the emulator up, it's not exactly the easiest of emulators to set up. There is videos out there on how to do it, but I don't think it'll be ZX81, would it? We can try it, see if it does it. Equivalent to blowing in the tape anyway. We'll shut that down and then we'll start it again, load it up again. Probably going to crash now with the error. Let's see if it works. Looked at with what PC Engine, GTS and eBay and working ones for £500 now. I think I paid £200 back in the day. Yeah, a retro seems to be having a resurgence at the minute. Wii's are insane. Good evening, Liz. Hope you're well. Nintendo Wii's in like CEX are like 50 quid. You could used to pick them up off a car boot for £5. Everything just seems to go crazy. No, it's not going to work, so I don't know if it's me doing something wrong, but anyway, you can emulate the ZX81 as well, somehow. Let's play some next, see what we can play. I don't think this one works. Yeah, I couldn't get this to work, said SD card error. Basement Terror, what's that? Obviously you're using the emulation on it, so potentially some of the games probably work on the original NEX but not on the emulator. Or it's just me doing it wrong. Beano Brothers, what's that? Bean Brothers. Well, you see, that's the problem though. You can't run the NEX games on a normal emulator because they're not Spectrum games. They're obviously Spectrum NEX games, so they'll only run on the Spectrum Next. Right, what do I do here then? Oh, that were a bit nasty. That was nasty. Oh, for normal Specky, yeah. Well, there's so many about now. Speculator's a pretty good one, or Retro Arch is ample for playing stuff anyway. I love Retro. Oh, okay. So I've got to get up there to flick that switch. It's a good little free one though, because like I say, Speculator, you have to pay for the license anyway. I bought the license ages ago. But Retro Arch, and I think there's one called Fuse as well. Oh, come on. That's it's really hard, this game. Can I change? No. No. Oh. Oh, How do I get up there then? That's what I'm assuming. Oh, right. How do I change? Can I change? I bet I have to use the other guy to climb on somehow. But the question... there we go. It's almost like a puzzle aspect to it. Whoa, where's the other one now? Is it there? No, alright. There we go. Oh, come on! Oh, it's brutal. Yeah. Yeah, is it Humans as well? Is there one called Humans where you do it? I think Dino Olympics is the same one as Humans, isn't it? But it's just a... Oh! Stop there a minute. There we go. It's only level 1. Same game, yeah, I thought it was. Oh, no way! Oh, yeah, well, anyway, that's, that's this game. Oh. That was, it's naughty. So that's Bean Brothers. Bloaters. I say I've not played any of these games. Stop the tape. Angry Bloaters. Oh, what's this? It's like it's type of Bomberman type-esque. Is it? Blowing up. Oh, ah! Exit. Can I go in the exit straight? Oh, I'm going to go exit straight away. Kempston joystick, yeah. It's not very good at going up the things. I like little eyes watching. Oh, we have to blow him up. Stage 1 cleared. I thought I did that before. Expanded blast. The font almost looks arcadey, like the old arcades. Do I have to blow the things up, I gather? The actual balloony things, whatever they are. That's one. Dynablaster. Oh, flipping it. I remember Dynablaster. That was the original name for Bomberman, weren't it? Isn't it the birthday next week? I believe the first birthday or something next weekend, is it? Next time you go, you'll have to let me know. I won't mind coming for a run because I've never been. Soon. Is that one still at the other place we used to go to at Kirkby? Is that one still there? Yeah, we'll have to let me know if it's alright, if I can, because I'm off next week anyway, so. Oh. So that's Angry Bloaters. We're quite lucky really to have quite a few rounders. Bomber. What's Bomber? Is that Bomber Man? Not Bomber Man, Bombjet. No, I don't know. Is it BAS starts it? Let's have a look. Bomber airships. Oh my good night. Yeah, Derby, yeah. What? I don't know what I'm doing on this one. Oh, what bomb, what's bomb? Oh, it's that one. Oh, it's the points, you get points for the ones you drop. You have so many bombs then. Yeah, I started to speed up a bit. It's almost like, oh, it's going down lower and lower, so it's almost like it's a cross between sort of what was the game with the bat and ball beginning with A, Arkanoid, and as it gets lower, sort of centipede-ish. It's come back up again now. That's very much a PD style type game, I think, that one. And Space Invaders, yeah, but the other way around. There's Bombjet. Obviously the screens are more colourful. Can't move. Oh. Is it? That can't be right. Let me start it again because that's not the right keys. We'll have to redefine them and use the keyboard. Redefine. Up, down, left, right, jump. Let's start. Oh, I used to hate it when I used to jump too high. Oh, come on. Oh, oh, that was close. Anyone left? Oh, come on, no, no, no! That was close, just about to appear next to me, that other guy was. bomb jack. What was that? That came with the Atari ST. I remember that, yeah. You're right, it did. Can you remember that pack? What was it called? It had a name, didn't it? What's this one? I don't think it's that. Is it start? Oh, so I don't think that's going to start. They were, was the Power Drift with it as well, or was that with one of them? Buggy Boy. I don't think it's in here to start it. No, these are just bin files. Are you the poor little boy that Amiga forgot? See what else is on here. Castle Escape. Carrier Command, yeah, that was in it. Oh, I like this one. That's colourful. No, the colour clash obviously with the original Spectrum. Look at the spiders. I wonder if they're real. Can they get you? As I say, it is a hybrid, isn't it, of the original and it's obviously what it is. Yeah, that's what I said, just yeah. Good evening, Tony, hope you're well. Neo Geos was like the what was the word? They were like the holy grail back then. You couldn't afford them. They were literally the arcade in a thing, weren't they? You couldn't buy. I don't think you could buy Neo Geo. Could you buy Neo Geos in a shop, or did you have to buy them in magazines? Because they were they a British version, or were they imported Japanese versions? I can't remember now. God, my mind's going. They were like the holy grail. Oh, them spiders are real. I love that music. do 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 do. That reminds me of some games as well. Come on, you've got to go back down. I love the patterns of the spiders as well. Oh, come on. Good. 50 hertz, yeah, the 50 hertz thing. How am I going to get up there? Oh. Don't die. Quite like this game. I'll have another go on this one. I do like this game. %. Flipping out. It was, wasn't it? Mine, well, yeah. And weren't the games pretty expensive as well? Because they were literally big carts, weren't they? They were literally the arcade machine in a cart, the PCB. When you used to go to arcades and it had that do 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 startup screen. Pixel perfect jumping on this game you've got to have, or it doesn't. Right on edge. It's one of them where you've got to jump right on edge or it doesn't jump. £100 for a cheap cartridge. Did you have one then, Tony, when back in the day? Were you the envy of all your friends? Come on, good ass, Spidey. Look how he's waited. Good arm. Oh no, I never had anything that swanky. So what was your weapon of choice then? Whoa, the spider, didn't see him. Oh, I didn't get them at the beginning either. Specky 128 plus 2 was my thing. Specky 128. I don't know why, but Speckies, oh, always remind me of Dixon's. Oh, that was sneaky spider. Because they always used to have them set up when obviously when, oh god, I'm dead. I'm going to have one more go, but I'm going to go the other way. I'm not going to try and get the things. Have you pre-ordered one of the Kickstarter 3 next, or is it not one of your things? Oh dear. I'll be screaming at the screen. What's this guy doing? Oh, come on. Had a +3 back in the day with about 3 discs. What made you buy a +3, or did you just get it? Did your parents buy it for you? Because it didn't even use a standard format for discs, did it? It weren't it the 3-inch discs or something. They weren't the 3.5 or whatever they were. I quite like this game. I could play it for hours. Got a +3 in my 20s back in '96. Could you connect? You could strange hard plastic thing. You could have you could connect a disk drive to the not. That's right, there were dynamics in the game. I love that. Can you remember the original Spectrum micro drives, which were basically a tape on a little shaped disc thing? They weren't really discs, they were just taped on a thing. I was watching something the other day on YouTube where a guy used a video. I know you can use a video recorder. No, not that old. Yeah, the RS-232 socket enabled disk drive connection and the modem. God, well, that for I gather that was for BBS stuff then, wouldn't it be? Oh, them spiders are swines. Bulletin boards. Not that old. Tried to make out you young, Andy. Well, I suppose you are younger than me, but... It's like I say that we witnessed the birth of all this kind of stuff. Whereas this generation aren't going to see a lot of the things that we saw. I can't reach that one. I don't know why I can't. There'll be some way I'm... I knew there was going to be a secret there, that's why I carried on jumping. How crafty is that? Putting a little secret wall there. Pokes, yeah. Why am I not... Is it... I don't seem to be jumping as high. Is there a reason for that? Oh, that's so clever. So, I gather if you get more coins, you can't jump as high. How clever is that? So you have to do it in a certain order. That's right, clever gameplay mechanics. Because you've got more coins, you're not jumping as high. So you can't get along the first things, but you need to do that bit first and then do that bit second. Yeah, it's just not, well, you know, it's not. It doesn't feel the same anymore as it used to do. We now get all the software and hardware on a phone these days. Everything's in your face all the time. You can get it anytime you want. There is the good aspects of it, like this, being able to play stuff. But Sinclair user. It's funny because I actually earlier on I got some Sinclair user discs to have a look at. Take a few seconds. That's crash. Sinclair user. It's on that one. We'll just pick one at random, shall we? Yeah, they were. This is a 48 or 128 program, unloaded via 48K and 128K mode. Yeah, that's what I selected. Let's try it in 48K mode. Let's try a different one. Unless I'm doing something different. Like I say, I'm not au fait with this kind of stuff, so let's try an earlier one. What was on issue 1? Oh, that's Sinclair. You're Sinclair. Yeah, high speed dubbing. I remember that. They were a button you used to press. Try 48K mode then. Batman. Is that what demo it must have been? I'm assuming it's loading, but it seems to have gone very quiet. I'll tell you what, just for this bit. Oh, let's try. Close that window down. Just talk amongst yourselves a second while I just nip into here. You could get 10 games on a side of a C90 cassette. Can you remember writing the numbers down as well? Of where they are on the tape counter so you could stop? Yeah, exactly, yeah. Let's see what we've got. What we're talking about, Sinclair user, weren't we? Great 8, what's on that one? Screen compressor. Trust me to pick one that I ain't got a game on. Oh, I see, because they're all... I see, so what... Try that one. This is a 128K only program. We're on +2. Loadable only via the tape loader. Get out my head. My outrun on this Specky had a second tape with music on. Yeah, I remember, and Starglider did. One of these is going to work if I'm here all day. Must be in 48K mode. Oh, okay then. Boo, boo, boo. Oh, it's not. It's J in it. Try and find where the numbers are on the keyboard now. Oh, what's the... We'll try one more and I'm giving up. Right, let's zip that to here so it's out of there. Why won't it load on a... Preferences, where's preferences? Control, tools, options, let's start it in choose a model to emulate. This is a 48K program, 48K Spectrum. Let's see, reset. You can find the code for what it is, but the problem is I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for, Andy. It's very difficult though if you haven't got a keyboard. Control and P. Oh, no, that's poker dress. Good evening, Retro Reload. Control, no. Ah, Shift and P, there we go, we're there. Thank you, we got there in the end. Yeah. Did you ever go on teletext to see coding listed for you to write out on your machine? No, I can remember oh, cheers, thank you, Retro Reload, hope you're well. Welcome to the not professional channel in any way, shape or form, where everything usually crashes and goes wrong if it's going to. But hey, we shall have fun anyway. Did you ever go on I didn't go on teletext, but I can remember they used to broadcast Spectrum and BBC games on radio when you could record them. If I went to 128k mode, see if that works. I wonder what. Oh, let's try this one. Get rid of that. Put that one there. See if we can get it to work as a TZX. What could possibly go wrong? Oh, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This is Shredder. I notice it's Hero Turtle. Good evening, Steve's Gaming Part 2. Hope you're well. So, let's redefine the keys. We'll do it the old way. And pause. Yeah, when they used to use the number pad at the top for the keys, for the movement keys on the old Spectrum. Pick a turtle. Who shall we have? Mike. Oh, it's that version. Oh. You had to go down there, didn't you? And then look at the parallax scrolling in the background. Well, hey. Yeah. Didn't they also ban nunchucks or something from it? Or so was something else, weren't they, about it? Oh. Nice. I know, I just thought that. Parallax on our first time I've probably seen parallax on Specky. Quite colourful for Specky, this. And not too much colour clash either. Kids started going in sewers. Oh. So what did I... Can I have to find another sewer? Oh, that's what... So... I wonder what I have to do here then. Do I have to go up there? Obviously it's just the demo, isn't it? So if that's what it was, just the demo was just that area to show you, so it showed you what it looked like. I wonder if the original, the final version actually had parallaxing, because that's just quite... Even the thingies move, the rivers. Yeah, it looks like this is just the demo, just this bit here. That's a colourful demo, that. Let's see what else we can find. We'll play one more cover tape, then we'll go back on to seeing what other games are on the next. Mega Tape 7, that one. 78. Yeah, get rid of that. going to say that I need to be in 48k mode. Oh, it's Amorite. This was wasn't this a Mastertronic game or Mad game or something like that? Fact, the time machine in Back to the Future was originally going to be a fridge, but they changed it due to the fear of kids getting trapped in fridges. Really? Oh. I don't know what I've done here. Oh. Let's go back to the next, shall we? Who's going to get in a fridge? Who in the right mind is going to climb in? Mind you, saying that, I'm not going to go down that route because people probably would climb into fridges, especially this day and age. Can believe that. It's Indiana Jones again, isn't it? Where he got in a fridge with that nuclear blast. Crater crawler. What's that? Press stop on the SD card. Yeah, sure. Right, you did. Yes, I agree. Could do with some background music. Oh, it's what's the name, innit? No. Is it Mooncrester? Oh. Oh, I'm gonna die. I've got an any key on my keyboard. Oh, I can blow them up, can I then? That's good then. Oh, no, don't pound. Oh, I nearly did it then. Oh, high score tables. Classic Homer Simpson line. Good old Homer. One of my favourite lines of Homer is when he's looking after kids when Marge becomes a gambling addict or whatever she does. Then he goes upstairs and he goes, I don't want to worry you, but there may be bogeymen or bogeymen in the house. Then he come back and all doors blown to bits because they've shot it and they're hiding behind settee. Very similar gameplay to Casey Jones was a Steam Train version. Back in the day when they used to make versions of games and you didn't get no fear of copyright infringement. Oh, good evening, Lee. No, this is just I am streaming on Sunday. This is just unplanned one, to be honest. It's I'm going to be looking at 90s Apple Mac, well not Apple Mac, but Macintosh 68K ones, because it was never something I had back in the day, and I just wanted to see what they look like compared to stuff what we're out about at the time. But tonight we're looking at Z-Spec and on Spectrum next, just because the Kickstarter did so well. I wanted to have a look what everybody was looking at. I thought I was not looking like Specky Moon Patrol yet. Commando was a good game too, vertical scroller if I remember correctly. Commando, yeah, is that the one where you're shooting everything? And you have to go under that bridge, don't you? You have to throw hand grenades on bridge. Oh, I've got to jump there. Commando, great game, yeah. Oh, that was a bit early. I used to like Bionic Commando as well, where you had to swing through trees with your grappling up thing. Oh, we did it. Have you played the Vectrex homebrew of this? Vector Patrol? Kick ass. No. You know, I never had a Vectrex, but I love the vector graphics on it, how crisp and clear they are. I just love it. I wish I'd had one back in the day, but I never did. Obviously they were expensive. Rolling Thunder, yeah, is that the one where you had to, was it a sideways scrolling shoot and you could like swing up onto the top level and then down, and swing back down over the barrier to the bottom one? I think Rolling Thunder was, wasn't it, with a gun? You have to excuse me if I get it wrong because my memory gets faded the older I get. Yeah, that's it, yeah. Yeah, the Vectrex did have homebrew. Well, it has now. It's become quite a big thing. So simple, but gave us hours of fun, especially after waiting 10 minutes for a game to load, yeah, and then for it to crash and say syntax error or just totally reset and not even tell you why it's crashed. Me neither, only saw a Vectrex once back in the day, saw them at Revival and I had a few of, and I had to have one. Have you bought one then? Because they're quite expensive now, aren't they? Apparently, and I can't remember this because I would only be a child, but because they didn't sell well, they were selling them for like £49 at Dixon's or something like that, just like the Jaguars were. It's crazy. To be honest, Andy, Ice Cream Van, most systems have got a homebrew scene now just to keep them alive. If you go on the website Indie Retro News, you can't believe how many games come out for stuff, even original cartridges and stuff. I bought two for £200. That's right, cheap. Sold the other one to a nerdy geezer. Oh, one to nerdy geezer. I thought you said to a nerdy geezer, not to a nerdy geezer. The website, yeah. And I follow Homebrew Atari links. That's right, good though. £200. That's really good. Crowley World Tour. I've got no idea what this is. Rusty Pixels. 2019. Options, press it out. Oh, it's... Never seen this game. Wonder what this is called. It's a copy of anything I've seen before, honestly. Game Gear, yeah. The problem with Game Gear was the battery was terrible on it. But it did have a TV tuner, which you're right. I thought it was a scam, but decided to take a chance. Was looking dry, but the seller was spot on. That's good then. Yeah, not everybody's arseholes nowadays, luckily. I think my favourite version of this, apart from obviously the Game Boy, which is a good version, was on the Amiga, and it was Twintress when you could play against each other. I don't know, I'm going to go here. Blow it. Oh. It's a bit easier with this thing, and I wonder if that's the easy level with the guide on, just so you can see where you're going to go with it. I bet Liz is good at this, isn't she? Debbie's really good at it, my wife. She's amazing. She can thrash. She can get like hundreds of lines, thrashes me every time. I won't even play her at it because I know she's going to thrash me. Finish a few more lines and I'll see what else there is, because it's not very interesting me watching me play Tetris. She can't be harsh now with it. GB is 2-player. Oh, is it? I didn't know it was 2, but you don't have to have 2 yeah, but it's not on together, is it? You can't play against each other. Game B on the original GB, when completed, there was a Soviet shuttle taking off. There was actually, no, you probably know this anyway, but there was actually a space shuttle, the Soviet one, but it never took off. The actual shuttle itself is somewhere in Russia now, just been left to rot, and it's like identical, but they never took off. It never flew. Lincoln. Oh, is it 2-player on Link then? Delta Star. SNX. I wonder what an SNX file thing is. I don't think that's working. I'm used to the lines and the noise, so I don't think that's working. Oh. Delta Shadow demo. No, don't think that's working either. No, to be honest, Lee, I don't know. I wouldn't have used it. I used to have, as Andy knows, I used to have nearly every machine. I had CD32, I had all Amiga 1200, Mega Drive, everything. And it was just taking up space. I never played it because I never got time. So one day, I've got a photograph somewhere, but I took it all downstairs and just sold everything. And I get more fun out of playing the emulators now because I actually get to play them. I ain't got to set them up and stuff. Now I know some people don't like emus and that's fine, whatever. I literally took them all. I had everything, you name it. I had an IBM 5150. I picked it up for £8 from Carbu. Because back when I was younger, in my 20s, everything was cheap because people didn't know what, they just sold it. C64s on Carbu for like £4 because nobody knew what they were, or they didn't think they were going to be worth anything. But yeah, I've got nothing against people who want to collect them. That's fine. You go ahead. It's just not for me though. I'd rather just play the games and enjoy them. No, I put them on Facebook. In fact, 1 second. I bet somewhere. I don't know if I can find it or not. I'll probably still have the photos. Let's have a look. Dee-dee-dee. Here we go. I might not have though. I had no issue with emulation. It just isn't the same for me and feels somewhat. Yeah, I get that. I get it's not the same. I was talking about this in one of my videos. It's not the same aesthetic. I remember playing on the first computer I ever, a Toshiba HX10 MSX, and it wasn't just about the keyboard. It was about the smell when it got hot, the plastic getting hot, and I totally understand that. But on the flip side, I'd never played them. Yeah, you see, I wouldn't have the patience for that. That's the problem. It's good. It's nice to do, but I just like to whack some. And to be honest as well, I mean, what emulation gives me is I play stuff I would never have played. Like I play like 3DO. Andy got me into 3DO, and I'm not joking. There's some of the games on there are really good. I would never have played that because I would never have bought one because it wasn't something that interested me until I played the demos. But as I say, it's each to their own, isn't it? Everybody likes different things, and that's it. Oops, what am I doing here? Yeah, what's this? So that was my 5150 I had. Has it come up on the screen? Why have we lost picture? 5. Are we back? Can you hear me? Are we there? Are we back on? Am I streaming still? Can you hear me okay? Because I had a bit of a crash out then. Oh, what have I just clicked on? We are back. I don't know what happened then. It just freaked out. Yeah, I was just going to show you this picture of there we go. So that was the 5150 I had. Back in the day, believe it or not, I picked that up from a radio amateur rally. For I think it was £10. That because he just thought it was an old PC. That actually went to a museum. I had a museum. You can see in the background the power scanner for the Amiga and some kind of grandstand game as well. It were a beast as well. Inside it were a right beast. You can see all dust on it. I cleaned it up and everything. And then this were all the stuff I sold, so I had loads of them. I don't know. I'm talking well, it's a few years back now. Oh God, I don't even know when it would be. I think my daughter's 22 now, and she would probably only be about 4 or 5, so that's how long ago it is. I had loads of magazines, input, and all sorts of stuff. That's a Master System in one of the cases. Atari flashback, loads of joysticks, cruiser joystick, there. Mega Drive game, Master System games. Tons of magazines. I used to be obsessed with magazines. Oh, that's a picture of my thing. Is it anymore? It's in my old room when it used to, God, these are old photos, these are. What is that? It's like some of Fraggle Rock. Oh my God, look at that telly. That's a right old telly. That's what you call a CRT, Andy. Oh, my old PC, that was Pentium 4, I think. Games. I'm trying to find where. Oh, I had one of them and all. Andy, you've got one of them now, haven't you? Tomitronics. Oh, my first Amiga. I sometimes wonder if that's still about or not. I even had, believe it or not, a Megazone sit-down cocktail cabinet that worked. I had the car racing one, yeah. What was it called? It was called something, wasn't it? I can't remember what it was called now. Was it 3D Turbo or something along them lines? Megazone. Konami 1983. I got rid of that. I had all sorts. You name it, I had it. There is another picture, but I can't find it where you could see, because they were like, I had CD32s and everything. Well, I'll be honest, I think there's probably a video on my channel of going back to when I had loads of stuff. But it's all gone now. It's all gone. But for me, I get enjoyment from playing games, and that's what I do. Oh, that picture actually was when I was a kid. That was my Commodore 64, and my cousin gave me an Amstrad that he didn't want. Oh, memories, eh? If I was to get one piece back, you know what it would be? If I could get any piece back, it would be if I could just get my original Cartoon Classics Amiga with all the discs that I had. The memories aren't gone, so there's that. Yeah, exactly. And if it weren't for them, I won't be doing this now. And you know what I mean? And it's like, it's where we are, isn't it? But luckily, I've still got friends like Andy who've got loads of stuff, so if I ever wanted to go and play on the real hardware, I just nip down to his house. Was that the A600? No, it was A500 Plus, because it was when the Plus came out, when they weren't expecting it, and they were like, the Cartoon Classics pack, you'd either get a standard 1.3 Amiga, or you'd get the Plus. And I got a Plus. Oh, Amigas are crazy money now. Absolutely crazy money. I don't think they'll ever go down in price, to be honest. But they might do. I mean, say again, I don't talk about Andy, but because he lives close, we always have discussions. We often sit talking about how things will change in like in another 50 years or 100 years. Nobody will know what these systems are. Now, luckily Andy's showing his son, and my daughter's not really interested in that kind of stuff. She'll play games on Xbox 360 or whatever, but yeah, she's not really into that kind of thing. The one thing I have got still is an apricot PC. I've still got that with the monitor and the mouse, if you know what that is. And that's the only and obviously I think I've got a Game Boy and my wife's Master System from when she were a kid. I have a CD32 and play A500 games. I think mine was a Cartoon Classic pack, but A600, I still have my original. Are you sure it wasn't I'm trying to think, weren't the A600, oh, what was the A600 pack? Weren't it God, I used to sell them. I used to work in the computer shop and sell them. 1 second. Weren't it the Epic pack? Weren't that the A600? Oh, what's that? I don't know what's going on there. Ooh. Oh, it was that driving pack. Was it Wild and the Wild, Weird and Wicked pack you had? Ah, that's it, yeah. Wild, Weird and Wicked. It's this one, look. Oh, let me come shut this down a second. Is it that one? There is a Cartoon Classics for sale, is there? Yeah, but the problem is I'd want my original one. That's what I mean. I'd liked. I often wonder if it's out there still, like somebody's playing on it or not, or if it's gone and been sent to scrapyard. Who knows? A600. The A600 was supposedly a better machine, weren't it? Because it had the PCMIA slot on the side. Oh yeah, everything's box now. No, I wish. Yeah, it was. No, I don't actually. I always remember with the Amiga the cheat code for SWIB, which was NCC1701, and that used to give you infinite lives or something. And it's funny how you remember crap like that, isn't it? Yeah, I can't remember where I live sometimes or where I parked in supermarket car park. Nostalgia, ain't it good? Because that's all it is at the end of the day. It's just nostalgia of times when we were different and they were when we were kids. I'm sure kids today are going to remember probably Xbox 360 and stuff. Probably not in the same way as we did though, because again, it's not got the same feel. There's no, I don't know. It's just different. I don't know if it's because you're getting older or times change. Amiga, yeah, best computer ever made in my opinion. I've just restored an Amiga, never owned one, so it's all new to me. Learning Workbench. Yeah, Workbench. That were amazing for its time. So that's what got me in. That's how I got to use Windows, because Workbench. I know they were. I think Atari were theirs called TOS or something like that. I think allegedly it was supposed to be the first multitasking hardware desktop computer, weren't it, or something? Nostalgia is the healthiest drug. Gem Tosh, yeah, that's what it was. No, there isn't. It's like, you know, it's like talking to a version of myself talking to you guys, because I think exactly the same. There's no excitement anymore. The leap from the 64 to the Amiga was huge for me because of the graphics. It was almost getting to like arcade level type graphics of that time. And then obviously the leap from the Amiga to the PlayStation again and the PC was a big leap because you were getting 3D stuff come through. But now you look at the leap from the Xbox One to the One X, or from the 360 to the One. Where is it? It might be a bit crispier graphics, it's 4K or whatever, but really, is it that good? Does it get you excited? I don't think it does. Pong, yeah. Being able to control something on the screen was crazy. What's that? It was mad. Just to be able to play stuff. It was Atari ST for me. I missed the Amiga stage. The design and the graphics on the Atari were awesome. Did you have a Spectrum by any chance? Retro Reload. Did you go from the Spectrum, or was that the first one you had? That's right, I'll just play the game while I'm talking. My friend had an Atari ST. Oh, yeah, the reflection, yeah, it did. Yeah. But again, that was another facet to it, weren't it? The fact that you went to arcades to play even better games. There's not even that anymore. I was saving for an Atari ST, but changed to an Amiga last minute when I had the money. Saw Lemmings in a shop running on Amiga, that was it, yeah. Yeah, Spectrum, Vic 2064 and then Atari. Because I just asked because usually it's interesting that you went on a journey. So I went from MSX. I got a cheap MSX because it was a cheap computer and my parents thought it would be good at £99. And don't get me wrong, it was basically a Spectrum with an MSX logo on. But then I went to 64 and then I went to Amiga. Now normally if you went Spectrum you went Atari ST. It's just some weird thing that happened. The Specky kids were the coolest. You'd be good talking to Jim, not him Jim, he loves Specky. And then obviously when you got to the Amiga you either went one of two ways, you either went PC or you went console. But a lot of people went console who sort of went to Master System, Mega Drive and that, or NES and SNES. Even though the NES didn't really do that well in the UK. I remember seeing a NES set up in Boots Chemist with the robot set up spinning the disc thing on it. Amiga to SNES for me. You see, you were a rebel. You went a different way. One of my friends had the magic card where you could put it on. You put it into the top of the SNES and you put the discs in, didn't you? You could play games on floppy disk. You've still got your SNES as well. Sorry, I just got a message just making sure my wife's wheels are still on a scooter. Normally when I stream, something major happens. Oh, I'm more reading stream than I am playing this game, to be honest, because I find it quite interesting. I love talking about old stuff. It's just, especially with people who have the same memories, and they might have the same memories, but they might have gone a different path. Oh. Thought that was bad. I picked it up too. Amiga just next to me. Mode 7 changed everything. Same. Yeah. Mode 7, Mario Kart, was just, again, another classic game. But the thing is now, apart from... Oh, I'm going to put a different game on, I'm not very good at this. If you think about games like COD and them type of games, people play them over and over again. But most of the other games, you play it once and you finish it, and that's it, you don't play it again, or you'll play it in a few years' time. When we had games, we played them and we played them and we played them. Like Mario Kart, we played that for hours and hours. It's same as... we had a demo, and I always remember it on Amiga, of Overdrive, and I've said this story before, by Team 17. And it was the brown muddy level, and we used to try and beat each other's time on it, me and my friends, and we'd literally be knocking like milliseconds off going round. And I must play that demo, God, hours. But it's not the same anymore. People don't do that. Mario Kart, yeah, multiplayer, it was amazing. This is like a sort of Bomberman Boulder Dash type game, but without the rocks dropping. Yeah. Oh, they do drop as well. It is bold. It's a clone of everything. And Digga Dugga, what they're called. I like the alien heads. Oh, don't get me now. Ah, I killed some of them. I'm trying to read the stuff while playing the game. So. It's because we all have the same memories, but in just different versions of machines. And that's something else as well. Think back to that time. Just think of how many different machines there were. You got PC, Atari ST, Amiga, Mega Drive, SNES, PC Engine, if you were from that way, that side of the world, Neo Geo and stuff. Now you've literally got Switch, Xbox, PlayStation. That's it. Got no Sega, no nothing. It's like the Switch 2. It does look good, but really, it's just a Switch 1 with a bit different graphics, a bit more powerful a processor. It's not that much of a leap, I don't think anyway. Just my opinion. Yeah, you've got the what's the name there, Lee? You get the badge for the TI-99. I didn't know anybody apart from yourself who had a TI-99. Was that the Tandy? Could you buy them from Tandy's? ZX81. Good evening, DJ Themes. I saw a ZX81. I remember getting one from Carboot with the flat keyboard, weren't it? Like a flat membrane, nothing keyboard. There was a specky game where you had to guide your rocket through a cavern to land on a paddock. Can remember the name, but would love to play it again. I'm not sure. The only things I remember, they were Lunar Lander, weren't they? But that's more landing down on things than it is going through a cavern. Parko, is that what it's called? What was it on? Was that on the specky? I can have a look, see if it's there. Let me get rid of this thing before it dies made in with the music. It's called Parko, is it? Let's have a look, see if I've got it. I can't promise. That's why I like watching your channel, Lee, because of the TI-99. Because I say it's something that I never owned. To be honest, I don't think I ever saw one. Maybe at Tandy's, I'm not sure. But our Tandy's was small; it didn't really have that. That was where we bought our T99 stuff from. Yeah. My first one was the 48K. Yeah, I remember. Have you told the story about how your dad just bring it in a box or something? Oh, Parko was where he bought it, not the name of the game. Sorry, that's why I'm looking for a game called Parko. Horace Goes Skiing, another classic game. I thought. So what happens, you see, when you're trying to play and you're trying to read, it's not your fault, don't apologise, it's my fault for being an idiot. So what I say, welcome to the crazy house. Oh, that's the thing you want into. Probably be in that one. You know what I always remember at Spectrum, and that we're getting Terra Cresta free on magazine cover disc. And playing that because I didn't know really that's what it was called. And when I realised it was the same game that I used to play in the arcade at the, well, not an arcade, but it was literally a local convenience store that had 2 arcades in the back. And they used to swap them around, and that's where I learned to play Terra Cresta. And I remember eating nerd sweets watching my brother play it. Lonely Ghost, I think. I can have a look. I don't. You see, the problem is here. What's he doing now? I'll have a look in a second. At the moment, you do, Andy. At the moment. Can you remember when we went to that like travelling arcade place, and you still got my high score on from the last time we went? When you played it at Horace Goes Peeing, that's not this original one, I'm sure. I'm sure that's not the game that I remember. Freak out and crash. Don't even mention the B word. This is another story as well I've told before. When that's not the right button for that. When where I used to live, the next door neighbour used to have a Spectrum before I ever got a computer, and he used to play Manic Miner, but he must have put the Spectrum near where our wall was, because on the black and white telly that we had against that wall, because it had like it had a tuner that you turned, and if you turned it when he was on the computer, you could get the ghost outline of him playing Manic Miner. And we used to sit and watch him play Manic Miner for hours and hours and hours on this like snow-filled outline of what we could see. That's how sad we were. And that's before I ever got a computer. I was watching him play Manic Miner. I told him years later, he was laughing about it. Oh, I'm terrible at this game. I'll come when I finish the stream. I'll come and sub to your Retro Reload, so no worries. You got a proper wireless setup, yeah. Yeah, that won't be difficult. Believe me, Retro Reload. You want to set your goal a bit higher than mine. Oh dear. I used to do this when I lived in Scotland, but my neighbour was watching German Sky. Yeah, you could do it with Sky, couldn't you, as well? Did they have a Manic Miner on as well? Oh, hurrah, we've done it. As I say, I only do this for the crack of talking about it. I'm never going to do this for money or anything like that. I'm not into that kind of stuff. I'm not an influencer. To do that, don't you have to sell potatoes anyway on TikTok, and then you become a millionaire apparently? Yeah, exactly. It's just a hobby. Same here. Just enjoy talking to people who've got the same interest and have got the same memories. Believe it or not, that's how I met Andy. Somebody I follow on YouTube, Jim from Scotland, came to visit, was friends with Andy, and he came to visit him, and I was watching one of his videos, and I'm thinking, I'm sure that's where I live. Oh, that looks familiar. Anyway, I messaged him on Facebook or whatever it was, and got chatting to Andy, that ended up being his best man at his wedding. So if Jim had to come on that day, I would never have met him. Stalked you, yeah. And that's the story of me and iStream and Liz and everybody else. Fate and nostalgia. And Andy rules the day that Jim put that video up. And it is a funny one to watch because they get absolutely bladdered. I sort of swore there. Bladdered and yeah. I think it's on Not Him Jim's channel, isn't it, Andy? Stalker. Shut up, Liz. Just because I beat you on Daytona when we linked up 4 players. 3 players or whatever it was. Yeah. What is it? A computer that crashes constantly, Andy, and games don't work. No, is it? Where is that one? Is that the one at Wolverhampton, or is that? I used to go to. I've been to Replay a few times at Blackpool, but not for a few years now. It's just a long way to go. Oh, it's on your channel, so go to Andy's channel to watch that video. Well, is Crash Live the one at? Is it the one at Wolverhampton, Birmingham way? I'll have to go. What we'll have to do is we'll have to arrange to meet up, and I'll have to go to her because that's not too far away. I went to a meet-up once at Spalding. This guy had a computer shop and all the YouTubers went and met up there, but a lot of them YouTubers aren't on anymore, I don't think. Oh. Ah, right. I knew I'd made it on YouTube when I went to Doncaster Gaming Market. And this guy came up to me and said, "You're Retro Rewind." I'm like, yeah. And it was Jambon who sometimes come on, bless him. I thought, I'm a superstar. One person recognises me. Yeah, I think it's good news. I just think there's a bit of trouble in the area. I don't really understand who's got the. Did you give him a autograph? No. It was a bit weird, bless him. But yeah, no, it was just totally out of the blue. You know what I mean? And I'm like, oh, I've made it. No, I didn't really. Yeah, Commodore. It's a good thing. Yeah, I tell you what, I'm more interested in, and I'm really looking forward to, and I definitely think I'm going to buy one. And that's the A1200 from Retro Games, the working one. Have you seen that? That I'm interested in that. It depends on what they release, because aren't they making a C64 Ultimate or something? Which a bit, I suppose in some ways is like the Spectrum Next, so it works obviously. Yeah, the 1200 looks right now. I had a 1200 back in the day. I had the Desktop Dynamite pack, and yeah, it does look nice. And I think I will buy one of them. I am tempted to buy one of them. Good evening, Project X Light Years. Spectrum Next is on Linux. I asking if it's on. Oh, do you mean the emulator or? Sorry, I'm a bit confused. I'm fighting to try and resist the Pac-Man Edition 26. Yeah, I know. That the yellow one. I saw that as well. 99% compatible with all old tech. That's good. If anybody doesn't know, the Project X Light Years is a video on my channel. He's just made an amazing conversion of it that plays really well. So go and play the demo or go and buy the game from the link in the video. It's brilliant. I loved it. I've played it to death. It's just and to be honest, I couldn't get very far on the old Project X because it was rock hard. But this, it's just got the right mix in there. Brilliant. What system is the game for? It's for the PC. It's on Steam, but it retains that Amiga feel. Because some games you play and they're remade and you think, yeah, it's all right, but it's just a remake. But this, it's still got that feel and the sound and everything. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Project X. Didn't it have music from Alistair Brimble? Did he put music on for it, or am I getting that wrong? I know Team 17 have said to don't play PC, man. But gay, don't sell it. Yeah, made a new theme. I know there was something like that because I read it on the site when I purchased it. So if you want to post a link to the Steam site, can you do it? I'm sure you can. I don't. Oh, sorry, I'm just going off here. There's something spinning around on my screen. It is on. There were two. Project X and Stardust were the two I always remember the space shoot 'em ups back in the day. If you click on this link, if it lets you, and then you go, that's the video, and then it's in the bump below, it's got the link to the game. Good evening, G1HNP. I can't read it, my eyes are terrible. Yeah, the Asteroid game was Stardust. I love and Super Stardust. The tunnel again, and this goes back to what we were talking about before with Lee. When I first saw the tunnel on the demo, it blew my mind on the Amiga because I'd never seen anything like that before, at all. And I know it's probably trickery of the, because again, you find all the old demo crews and stuff could do amazing things with Amiga, and I think Team 17 weren't they something like that, like one of the old demo things. Did it really? I never knew that. I never knew that Stardust used part of Project X engine. Because weren't Stardust done by Bloodhurst or something like that? And Or am I just getting that wrong as well? Or blood something or other. Doom was so 2D. Doom. Yeah, if you know how to program it, but again, we're going on about today's stuff. But the people, I think programmers today are lazy. You've just got infinite resources to do what you want, really, to a degree. Space is not an issue anymore, and the games get bigger and bigger. I think it's much harder to write a game when you've got limitations to what you can and cannot do. Dungeonette, is that a game? Let's have a look. It's gonna work. The SNX ones don't seem to work. What? Sorry, Project X. What were you asking about the Linux? Are you saying it is on Linux, or are you saying does it work on Linux? Sorry, I didn't understand me. Yeah, still doing wrong. Look at Cyberpunk, whatever it was, all that time, and it was terrible. Yeah. All them games. Eldritch Force. Let's see what this one does. Is it oh, is it a Linux? Is Spectrum next Linux? Is this a mouse game? No. ZXspectrum was the first home computer I played. Most AAA studios are tanking these days, and they're realising compilations of classic games and remakes to get money back. Yeah, definitely. If you notice, a lot the indie scene is massive at the minute, and the amount of games that are like what we remember is crazy. It does, but it's not moving, so I don't know what I've done. If I've done something. Oh, it's keyboard. Bloody hell. Is it an adventure game? You can't imagine people writing games in the bedroom, can you, from years ago? I know they do now still, some people, but oh my god, what's that? While walking down the street, I perceived a strange gurgling sound behind me. Turning sharply, I froze in fear as I saw a pair of wide-eyed, bloodshot eyes. I fell backwards onto the cobbles, but I looked up to face this horror. There was no longer anything there. The gurgling came from a nearby drain pipe, which could have been what I heard. My tiredness must be making me see these things in the dark. So he saw it. He thinks it's. Wonder what I have to do. What's that? Is that? It's like an adventure type game, isn't it? I think. Ish, with moving with keyboard. What's your favourite TI-99 game, Lee? If you had to pick one, what's your favourite of all time? Lots of empty rooms, yeah. Oh. Ahead of me there's a silhouette of a man standing in the street. I opened my mouth to call him, perhaps to ask for directions. Would you ask him for directions? I'd be like, go in the other direction, to be honest. But noticed that although it was a human shape, the arms hung low to the ground. With what looked like sharp blades in his hands, I was approaching me slowly but steadily, and not making a sound. I ran to get away, my blood running chill. Hiding, I turned to look at the creature shuffled into the distance. Where does he buy his shirts? I can't go any further than this because it's a dead end. A dead end. How long did it take you to program it, Project X, to get where you've got to the final version? Was it like over so many months, a year or something like that? It's supposed to be a spooky one, but you know what would be good on this if it had like drifting fog? You know, like the SNES used to have, like that weird effect. Down a cell I seemed to spot a figure illuminated by a nearby lamppost. It stood looking upwards at the dark shadow above. A shadow that moved, and the figure was gone, along with whatever creeping monstrosity lurked there. Or some this kind of waking dream. If he thinks this is a dream, he's got problems, because he's seen about 1,000 things now. I don't know if I'm just going around in circles or not. Oh, another one. A dense fog seemed to fall as I moved forward, luminous from the light of the moon above. Through the fog I thought I saw shapes of vast tentacles. Yeah, okay. You can keep seeing. Nice if you had a map. I wonder if there's a map. No, I don't. There might be, I've just not read the instructions. Like Zelda. It's called Eldritch Force. Flappy Birds, we know what Flappy Birds is, we're not playing Flappy Birds. Oh, for option. Shoot them up. One of my favourite shoot 'em ups is Maxima on the MSX. It's a right good game, I love it. It's so clever, it's got loads of different types of levels. 2020 game retro get permanents on, yeah. Kevin Phillips. I find it interesting as well now. You can, with AI, you can actually tell it to write a game and it will. I know it's very basic, but if you think that's where it's at now, where's it going to be in 20 years' time when it can cope with things and make things? It's quite scary, that. Make me a game like Daytona. What is Daytona? Very loose. Oh. The sound effects remind me of the old arcade, the 80s arcade. I do like the sound effects and the music in it. This. Where it had a bit of bass, but have you had your pinball table on this week, Andy? Have you managed to beat a high score yet? Bit of bass, yeah, that's it. Yeah, in the background. I'm not going to say anything because I'll end up dying. Told you what to do. You need to, when she's not in, put the thing up and just go and hold one of the flippers down for it. She will never know. I had a BBC Micro in which was the very first ever computer I got my hands on in primary school, and I've even been up to it. Yeah, that was my first ever experience of using a computer, a BBC Micro at school. Get out my head. Granny's Garden. I remember playing Granny's Garden for hours. The Witch. Granny's Garden, yeah. That's what I played for hours. And there's the BBC Micro. I've said this before as well. In fact, there's a picture somewhere of it. I was on the Doomsday disc. They wrote the Doomsday disc that they did, the BBC Micro thing. I'm on that. Yeah, 32K. $32K. That's not even, well, I don't even know anything about washing machines and stuff. I've got more than that in their memories. Microwaves. Can't believe that allegedly they went to the moon. If you think they went to the moon on 68K, that's how big the programming file was. 68K. That blows my mind too. It's mental. How things have moved on though. Makes you wonder where they will be in another 100 years' time. I remember we were the last school to have these, and when it didn't work, the teacher told us to drop them on the desk to reset the chips, and it worked. What, the actual computers? We only had, I think, the primary school I went to, we only had 2 BBC Micros, and they were on them rickety trolleys, so they could get wheeled into different classrooms based on who got it, who was on the thing, who was on the list. With the cub monitor, they were cub monitors, weren't they? The square cub monitors. Just think, all them computers got threw out. It's sad. Remember that orange keys on the top, yeah? Jinxed it. Then came the Archimedes. I always remember the Archimedes for using that art package Pro Artisan, because it were really good. By Magnetic Scrolls. Oh, it's a conversion of the adventure game, isn't it? Yeah, the click of those keyboards, mechanical keyboards. Not when I play an adventure game. Right guys, well I think I'm going to call it a day there. I've been on for 2 hours. It's been really good tonight. I've really enjoyed talking about the old times. It's always nice to chat to people who are like-minded. I will be back on Sunday night, where I'll be streaming the Apple Mac, not the Apple Mac, the what's it called? The Macintosh OS. I'm going to put some games on. I managed to get an emulator to work, so I'm going to try some of them games and see what they compared to, like the Amiga and stuff. See what they were So that'll be on Sunday. I'll probably be about 7:30, 8 o'clock, something like that. Thank you everybody for joining in. There's far too many people to mention to talk to, but Andy, Liz, Retro Reload, Lee, Project X, who else has been on here? There's that many people. Ooh, what's that? Game capture. Let's have a look on the list. Tony Garrett, and anybody else who's been on tonight. Steve Gaming Part 2. There's just so many people. Thank you all for joining, and thank you for commenting and joining in. And well, we'll see you again on Sunday, and go over to subscribe to the People Who Talks channels. Well, I'm going to go and do Retro Reload as we speak. So yeah, have a good night and see